What if I told you, you don't need to fight back to win? You don't need revenge. You don't need validation. You need power. And power looks like silence. Epictetus, a former slave turned Stoic master, was insulted, abused, and dismissed. Yet history remembers him, not his enemies. Think of the last time someone disrespected you. A snide comment, a backhanded compliment, a look that said, "You're less." You felt the heat rise in your chest. Your jaw clenched. You wanted to react, defend, destroy. But the Stoics? They did something different. They transformed disrespect into dominance, without ever raising their voice. Today, you uncover 9 Stoic strategies to deal with disrespect, drawn from the quiet strength of Epictetus. These aren't quotes to read. These are weapons to carry. Let's begin. Strategy 1. Don't fight the shadow. Epictetus said, "It is not things themselves that disturb us, but our opinions about them." When someone disrespects you, remember, they're speaking from their own darkness, not your truth. To react is to agree. To argue is to validate. Disrespect only works when it hooks your ego. So the first Stoic strategy? Don't wrestle with shadows. You'll only get dirty and the shadow won't even notice. Strategy 2. Delay the flame. Don't let the force of impression carry you away, Epictetus warns. There's time. Wait. In the heat of disrespect, there is one moment, barely a second, when you can choose. That second is your shield. Take it. Breathe. Pause. Let the flame die before you act. Seneca called this the interval of power, the space between stimulus and response. That space, that's where Stoicism lives. Strategy 3. Own your reaction. You can't control other people, only your judgment of them. Epictetus taught, if someone succeeds in provoking you, realize your mind is complicit. This isn't blame, it's freedom. When you own your response, you take back the wheel. They threw dirt, but you didn't catch it. You let it fall. Now you remain clean, and they look like fools throwing mud at calm skies. Strategy 4. Spot the mirror. Disrespect reveals their pain, not your worth, their envy, their insecurity, their past wounds projected onto you. Epictetus reminded us, when someone treats you poorly, ask, what pain must this person be carrying? This isn't softness, it's strategy. Understanding the source of the wound helps you disengage. You stop seeing them as a threat and start seeing them as a symptom. And you rise above, not because you're weak, but because you've outgrown the fight. Strategy 5. Set invisible boundaries. Not every war is worth fighting, and not every person deserves access. Epictetus said, if you want to be free, learn to limit yourself. That includes who you explain yourself to, who you give energy to, who you let close. When someone disrespects you, mentally step back. Ask, does this person matter? Most times, they don't. Disrespect loses power when it's met with stillness. A subtle smile, a calm nod, then distance. That's the Stoic shield. Quiet, invisible, unbreakable. Strategy 6. Train for the fire. A true Stoic doesn't just react well. He trains for disrespect before it arrives. Epictetus used premeditatio malorum, the practice of imagining insults before they happen. He would visualize being mocked. And staying calm, he'd hear the worst and smile through it. So, when it actually came, it was familiar, powerless. You can do the same. Run the scenario. Picture the jab. Now breathe through it, like a mountain in the wind. When the real test comes, you're already ready. Strategy 7. Turn insult into immortality. Think of Epictetus. He was born a slave, mocked, beaten, owned. Yet, 2,000 years later, we still quote him, his masters, forgotten. Because power isn't in the shout, it's in the endurance. If you are ever insulted, he said, remember, it's not the insult that harms you, but your belief that it's harmful. When you stop believing the insult, you stop needing revenge. You gain something deeper, untouchability, not coldness, not numbness, clarity. Strategy 8. Use the power of absence. If someone does not respect your presence, show them the strength of your absence. Disrespect thrives on attention. Take it away, and it collapses. Leaving is not weakness, it's unavailable dignity. Strategy 9. Convert the insult into insight. A wise man welcomes correction, even from a fool. Epictetus. What if they're right? A true Stoic doesn't defend blindly. He checks himself, owns what's true, lets go of what's not. And in that moment, you don't just rise above them. You rise above yourself. Live this way. And watch what happens. Disrespect doesn't sting. It sharpens you. You don't react. You respond. You don't fight shadows. You walk in light. You don't seek revenge. You become untouchable. Have you ever been disrespected and handled it the Stoic way? Drop the word calm in the comments and share one moment where silence gave you back your strength. Let's train together. Let's build the kind of clarity that chaos can't touch. It is not the man who insults you who harms you, but the man who makes you lose yourself. Epictetus. Be unshakable. Be clear. Be calm. Be stoic.